Hi everyone, me again in sunny Smyrna, Georgia on a lovely Wednesday afternoon. Just thought I'd get on here and tell you about what we did this past weekend. Susan and I went to the Tail of the Dragon and Robbinsville and Cherry Hollow Skyway and met up with the Hootenanny crowd. This is the second annual Homestead Hootenanny meetup. Last time we had 9. This time they said we had as many as 20 or so at a time. This went over a period of about 5 days, and we were fortunate enough to be there for a few of them. Got to meet up with almost everybody, and we did stay long enough to see the theSMYRNAcowboy, and so everything really worked out well. Had really good weather. It did rain on some of the folks coming down, but after that we had absolutely couldn't have been better weather. Relatively cool, sunny, partly cloudy skies. Everything went great. In case you've noticed, I'm riding something a little different today. My lovely wife is on an airplane coming back from San Diego, and I'm on her Spyder. Well, it used to be my Spyder, but now it's her Spyder. But you know, let's not talk about that. Anyway, the reason I'm on her Spyder is because some of the guys who may have noticed when we were there was that this thing was squealing like crazy under braking. And what I didn't get a chance to tell anybody, of course nobody asked, was everybody was kind enough not to ask really. Before we went down, I put front brakes on this, but I didn't have the right socket extension to get to the rear brake. So we had new brakes up front, old brake in the back. And I don't know whether it was the old brake or the new brakes were squealing or what, but I just spent this whole morning taking everything apart again. I went down to the auto parts house and I got a bottle of this stuff. And put this on the back of the discs and reassembled it, and so far it's working like a charm. Put the new brake, got a new extension, and was able to get the rear brake pads on, and it's not terribly difficult to put the brakes on one of these. It's just like everything else when you're laying on your back. Underneath it, I had to lay on my back to get to the one in the back. It's hard. You need 3 hands, and you just really it's hard to do some things. But anyway, so I got it all pulled apart, got it all done. Like I said, it seems to be doing great. No squeaks, and it stops really good. I've already gone through some heat cycles to make sure that the pads are up to snuff and seated good. And I also previously posted on Facebook. I know you guys didn't get to see it here, but I'll show some pictures too. My front tire on my V-Star was it was about 80% gone when we went on the trip. But let me tell you, when you ride those mountains up there and you go around those 180 and 210 degree turns, 45-mile-an-hour corners on the Skyway, or the little tight little turns on the Dragon, it does not take long to wear out a tire. And this is a picture of it when we got back. And so I went down to the dealer yesterday, called him up, and just so happened he had a nice cheap Dunlop in stock, and was able to put it on for me yesterday, and adjusted my belt. My belt got a little loose somehow, so he took care of that for me. And so everything's running good now. This is up to snuff apparently, and the V-Star is, so we're ready for another group ride. So let's go, guys. Yeah, well, we'll get a chance to get to it again. What a fantastic weekend we had. Got to see all these great motovloggers. And I'm not even beginning to name everybody, but I will post I'm going to steal everybody's names and post it at the bottom in the comments. So anybody who wants to can click on it and go down and see who all these great people were that were at the Homestead Hootenanny #2. Now, the only problem we had all weekend was trying to figure out what can we do to top it. There's really nothing. There's nowhere better to ride that I know of. Now, I haven't been out west and ridden the coast. I haven't ridden in Zion Park. I haven't been in Utah. I haven't been out to Yellowstone, all those places. And I know they're absolutely fantastic places. But if you want tree-lined avenues, tree tunnels, wonderful sights of green mountains, you cannot beat North Georgia, Western Carolina. You just cannot do it. It was gorgeous up there. They've got enough rain, everything is just green and lush and growing over, and we rode through tree tunnel after tree tunnel. And you'd come down a hill and you'd hit a tree tunnel beside one of the lakes or one of the rivers, and the temperature seemed like it dropped 20 degrees, just boom. Oh, it felt so good. We had such a great time. We stayed, the group stayed at the Phillips Motel in Robbinsville, and we really liked that place. We'll probably stay there again ourselves sometime. We had stayed at the Iron Horse Lodge, which is about 12 miles from Robbinsville, and they cater to motorcycles. It's really funny, if you call and make a reservation, they ask you what kind of bike you got. And we've never called any place where they did that before. But we really had a great time. They have excellent food there. Like I said, it's all motorcycles all the time. And we just so happened, while we were there, a group of BMW riders was there. And I don't know, maybe 100 of them were there. And they were friendly folks, even though I was on a Yamaha and Susan was on her Can-Am here. But everything went well. We had a great time, and like I said, we'll definitely go back. But just wanted to tell you how things went, and let you know that how much fun we had and how great it was to participate. And we will love to do it again sometime. It's funny, you know, I rode my whole life not being in a group, and you know, here the last couple of years, Susan and I have been fortunate enough to be in several groups, and the Spyder riders, the Homestead Hootenanny, there's another Spyder group, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, and just friends that we've met, and you know, and then go off and ride on our own. And for a guy who always rode by himself, as you can see from all my early vlogs, this has really been something. But one thing I haven't figured out how to do, I don't know how to vlog a group. I haven't figured that out yet. So all I did was really shoot a little bit of video of one of the great roads around there, and I've already posted that for your enjoyment. I hope you will enjoy it. It's a little long, but you know, that's how long the road was. So anyway, hey, I just want to thank all the guys at the Hootenanny again. We really had a great time. Susan was beside herself. She had so much fun. Couldn't get the grin off of her face. She's probably still grinning right now halfway back from San Diego. But anyway, hope everybody is having a wonderful afternoon, and you guys that are still on the way, I think most of you have made it home by now. There might be a couple that are still a little bit away from the house, but again, thanks so much. We had a great time, and hopefully we'll see you next year. And if you get a chance, get out and do some riding. It's beautiful weather today. Take care. Bye-bye.